Good morning, riders. We are in for a special treat today, and that is we will not be hitting the road. Instead, we'll be taking a tour of Venice. This morning, we're off to the site of a wedding, and so we will check out the surroundings, check out Sharky's as it's called. Make sure we have an idea where that is located. And here we are at Sharky's on the pier. And you are looking out at the Gulf of Mexico there. We will take a little trip farther down the road here along the shoreline and hit one of the many public parks in the area. And this is South Brohard Park. And it is sort of trenched in, at least the roadway there. The Gulf is screen right. You could stop anywhere along there and dip your toe into the Gulf of Mexico if you wanted to. If you had a bicycle or you were a pedestrian, you could walk down a little further, but here's a nice little park area, bridge over a canal. And this type of park was all over Venice, all along the Gulf Coast. You can see people taking advantage of it, bringing their coolers and families. The weather was exceptionally warm for October. I believe it was in the 90s, and it was nice for a Minnesotan. And speaking of nice, Minnesota nice, we'll listen to a piece from the O'Neill brothers from Minneapolis. The tune is entitled "A Teenager." I hope you enjoy. Thank you, O'Neill Brothers, for that moment to let your mind wander. We don't want the motorcycle wandering, so we'll continue on to the villa. So it looks like we are headed back to Villa, our lodging place for the stay in Venice, and I think that was a 3-day stay. Had the good fortune of staying with my daughter, her husband, and their family. We had a pretty good time. At the end of the parking lot here is the Gulf, and we did make it out there a few times. I hope I got at least a still shot of what that was like. It was pretty cool. But yeah, a lot of bicyclists out, and just people taking walks. And once again, headed toward Venice Avenue. This is not Venice Avenue. I forget the name of this stretch, but it is actually more of a highway. And I kind of gave up on following it, but did make it a little bit down, a little bit south. You can see it opens up somewhat, and there's a canal we just crossed over. So I've just about had it with traffic. Not one of my favorite things. We'll head into this lovely vacant parking lot. And see if we could find a secret passage out. We're trapped. There's no way out. Wait. I have a plan. We'll go here. Follow me. It's this way. Here. Around the corner. Oh my gosh. That was a Rembrandt, by the way. And I think I've got my bearings now. Going to be following that Carmagia. Back over the canal. And the little camera wobble there brought upon the video wave. And what happens is when I accelerate, the bike vibrates, the camera vibrates. And then at speeds above 85 miles per hour, the camera is always vibrating. And that may be due to wind. We will follow this Camaro. Kind of get on his tail a little bit and see how he responds. Yeah. I think he was lollygagging though. He was at least 3 car lengths behind on that stop sign. Cell phone. And back to the villa it looks like we go. Oh, bit of a dip into the residential area. And the villa is, it is an Airbnb, but there's also permanent residents that live there. We met a couple from Philadelphia, and they winter at the villa. So we are attempting to go a direction and see what we can see. I am looking for something sticking out into the sky to assist me, and I think that building there was one of the structures. We are moving into we're headed towards a jetty, and there's a marina here. And at the end of this, another public area along the Gulf. For Minnesotans growing up around boats and waters, this is definitely a step up. They take their boat industry, there it is. That's the machine you're on, and the Gulf of Mexico. They take their boating very seriously and have some humongous, of course, ocean going leisure craft. So it's an industry. Here's a couple from, well, they've got New York plates. You don't really know if they're from New York. They drive like they're from New York. I mean, they didn't yell and honk at me or flip me off, but they don't like traffic either. So this, we may be heading back to the villa. And that brings our ride for the day almost to a conclusion. We will head to the wedding event scheduled this evening. And I think we go as a team. There they are getting ready. And quite possibly this is us going to see if we can help set up the reception area in advance of the wedding. The wedding took place on the Gulf of Mexico shores, and it was short and romantic. And hot. So here we are back at Sharky's. We'll see what's going on. Oh, speaking of New York. Oh, well, that's the reception. We're headed back home. Notice there is a headlamp now. Big difference, eh? Now I'm running the high beam, low beam just to see what's going on. Actually, I knew the low beam was out and I was running it on high for a little bit. I didn't know that the whole thing blew out yesterday. But all's good now. So that's today's ride. Tomorrow, I forget what we do tomorrow. A little bit more sightseeing. A little bit. We still hang in Venice, but we'll check out that jetty again. And so get some rest. We'll see you in the morning.